Hi, I'm Steven, and I just want to share 4 things you need to know before you start a company. And even if you started before, these things will still be relevant to whatever you're doing and to also help you improve on the things you're doing. For instance, a number of businesses that start, most of them actually don't last their third year. Many of them don't make it to their third year. And many factors are responsible for that. It could be about the business system, it could be about people, it could be about resources, whether availability or non-availability of it. It could be about the whole structure or the understanding of what the market is. But in summary, the real problem is ignorance. So ignorance really is the problem here, and that's because of the lack of knowledge as to how to drive or to make or to build or to start or run a company. So I just want to share 4 things you need to know that can help to eliminate the ignorance that may have caused the limitations to whatever we are. You need to know these 4 things before you start. And if you started, as I mentioned earlier, you can always use these insights to improve on the things that you're doing. So let's just go straight to the chase. What are the 4 things? I'll start with the first one. The first one is the know what. So the know what for me is the question of objective. What exactly do you want to do? What problem do you really want to solve? Well, what product or service do you want to offer? What exactly do you want to do? You need to be clear about what you really want to do. So that's what the know what really is about, and that's why I called it the question of objective. A clear understanding of this will help you clarify what the vision is, what the mission is, what values you stand for, and this will end up becoming what you'll be known for. So it has to really be clear, what exactly do you want to do? So starting a company is not just having the name of the company and a complimentary card with address and a contact number or an IG account or IG tags or social media handles on the complimentary card. I mean, that's just informational as to how to reach you. What are they reaching you for? What exactly are they reaching you for? And the people reach out to businesses because they want to have their problems solved. So what problem exactly are you trying to solve? And in what format is it going to be? That's what this question really addresses. That's the question of objective, which is what I call the know what. So you must know exactly what you want to do, what problem you want to solve, in what way is it going to be delivered, how is it going to be packaged and all that. And you have to really be clear about this. And as I mentioned, this will help you clarify your core values as an organization, the vision and the mission of what the institution really stands for. So that has to be clear. So that's the know what. The second thing you need to know, which for me is very, very crucial, is to know why. This is the question of motivation. Why exactly do you want to start a company? Why exactly do you want to solve that problem? And this is really crucial because if you are not really clear about this, there is the tendency for you to quit on the journey, because if your why is just money, for instance, if money doesn't come in first year, second year, there's tendency for you to quit. And this explains why many businesses don't make it to their third year, because sometimes money is not strong enough as a motivation to keep you going in business. And what usually keeps one going most of the time is impact. I mean, impact on the lives of people. This is not to say making money is not crucial. It's really crucial, because if you're going to build a business that will really be sustainable, you have to figure out how to make money. But sometimes your expectation or the formula with which you think you're going to use to make money might not really work. And that's why running a company is like doing a test. You have to keep testing and validating and experimenting and really understanding who exactly is my customer, who has my money, and what exactly is his problem, and how can I solve that problem and collect my money from him or from her. And so that's why I said that this question for me is very crucial. You know, the first thing you need to know is to know what, which I've made clear. The second thing you need to know is to know why. That's a question of motivation. What motivates you? What exactly is your why for starting this company, or why you want to start this company? Why do you want to do it? That really has to be clear. It's your motive that we need to check here. If it's not strong enough, it's not compelling enough, you may not attract the right people, and your followership might not be as strong enough. I mean, in terms of those who want to support you and make things happen. People usually like to follow the kind of dreams that are big enough to make them feel that they are worth living for. So clarify this and find out exactly what you're willing to live for and what you're willing to die for. That's what this question really is about. So understand, what is it? What is your why? Is it money? Is it impact? Both, for me, is very crucial. As I mentioned, it's not that money is bad. It's just that you have to clarify what your why is, why you're doing it, so that you can know how long you're going to stay in the game of the business that you're running. Now, the third thing you need to know is the question of strategy, and that's the know-how. So for what you said you want to do, that's what you figured out in the first thing you need to know. That's the know what. How exactly do you want to make it happen? So the know-how is a question of strategy. You must have heard it before in a number of things that you do. When you hear things like the know-how, what's the know-how of this? So the know-how basically is about the question of strategy. What's the strategy you're going to employ in accomplishing the what you said you want to accomplish? How do you want to do it? What are the things you want to get done? What deals do you need to do? What means do you need to look at in terms of option? What are the various avenues through which you're going to accomplish the what you said you want to accomplish? And what's the best option through that route? And as you explore that, you're also thinking of the efficiency, the effectiveness, how profitable is the avenue you want to choose. Try to explore the various options that you're looking at in terms of your how. You need to understand the know-how of whatever you're doing. And the fourth thing you need to know, which also is very crucial, I call it the question of leverage, and that's the know-who. It's about people. So I believe strongly that one is too small a number to achieve anything meaningful. And as a result of that, you can't make it happen alone. You need people. You need people who also will believe in the things that you believe in. You need people who can commit their times, their energy, their resources, possibly in making happen the things that you want to make happen. So for me, I'm seeing people in various forms. For instance, they could be partners, co-founders that could join you and also share the company with you in terms of equity. They could be employees, people who have the talents and skills that your company will need to accomplish the product or the service that you like to produce and sell to other people. They could be your customers who believe in the product or the solution that you're providing and who will give you money in exchange for whatever you're offering. That's about people. They could be investors, people who just bet their resources on you, hoping that you are trustworthy enough and capable enough to turn their money around and improve its value, even as you give them equity and you improve the value of your company so that their portion of the pie also is big. They could be suppliers who have products that you need to sell, and possibly they could trust you to make it available onto you, and they'll only expect you to pay after you sold. They could even be your competitors who will push you and ensure that you don't slack, but you're always on your toes, just to ensure that you're always effective, you're always efficient, you're always innovative, and you're always improving on things you're doing. So these for me are very crucial things. So let me just do like a kind of like a recap for you. 4 things you need to know to start a company. The first is the know what, which is a question of objective. The second is the know why, which is a question of motivation, the why of why you're doing what you're doing. The third is the know how. That's a question of strategy. How exactly do you want to make it happen? And the fourth is the know who. Which is a question of leverage. Who are those that you will need to embark on this journey, whether they be investors, they be customers, employees, partners, co-founders, competitors, suppliers, whoever they may be. If you can get these 4 things clear, it will help you gain clarity as to whatever company you're starting and what you're doing, and also you can attract the right people and accomplish more results and minimize the flaws and the failures and possibly exceed the 3rd year and build a remarkable company. Have an awesome day.